This is exactly right.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders.
FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu.
Goodbye.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, whatever turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye.
Hello. And welcome
to my favorite murder,
the Minisode.
This is being videoed, this Minisode, for the fans.
That's why there's such a strange self-consciousness to the introduction.
That's us. We know our eyebrows are on video. It's a big deal.
Think about it a lot.
Yeah. I think we have a great eyebrow podcast, like collective eyebrow podcast thing.
You know what's funny? Because sometimes I overdo it with my eyebrows. I'm always, stuck in the 90s, 80s of the huge brow.
Mm-hmm.
And I often look at your eyebrows and go, I need to do my eyebrows more like that because yours always look really natural and really well shaped.
So do yours though.
Oh my God. We found common ground once again.
You want to go first or you want me to go first?
Stone cold sober. I'll go first on this one.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, here's a great intro. Hi, Murderino Collective.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah. Heard y'all were in need of some hometowns, so I thought I'd send this in. Generous. This story actually happened when I was attending a small women's college, and then it says Stevens College, in parentheses, Stevens College, in Columbia, Missouri. Do you remember when we were doing St. Louis show and I called it Missouri and then the audience booed me?
Yes. Yeah, that was not very generous. That was
Well, I just wonder, I guess I should stop doing that, but I wonder what the implication is. I just think I'm just doing a Southern accent, but.
Yeah, I've heard it called that before. All right, let us know, guys.
Let us know why I'm just offended you. Okay. We love to dig deep into the things like that.
Yeah.
This story takes place in an apartment building that opened my senior year of college. Even though the apartment building was nice and brand new, there were some weird things that were going on once I moved in. And then in parentheses, including an underground drug ring that was being run out of one of the rooms.
Oh, cool.
However, my tale revolves around the handyman who worked all around the building. He was just one of those guys who was always around, and he seemed fairly harmless, but there was just something a little off about him. Since he was the handyman, he had the keys to all the girls' rooms in the dorm, and there were some times when he would need to fix things in our rooms while we were off campus or in class, and he'd need access. However, it turns out that the guy was using those spare keys to break in at night and watch girls sleep.
Of course he was.
My best friend swears that she felt him come into her room a couple times while she was sleeping. I honestly can't remember if he did anything more than just watch girls sleep, but that in and of itself is still pretty fucking unsettling. Sure is. Eventually, he was caught and got fired and probably arrested. I tried to search for more info on this story in order to find out exactly what happened to this guy, but alas, it happened over 10 years ago, and there weren't any news stories that I could find. Anyways, I hope this wasn't too long. It wasn't. Thank you for all the good you do and the light that you bring into this world. Stay sexy and always buy a deadbolt, I guess.
Yeah.
Lauren.
That's so creepy.
It really
like,
is.
What are you getting out of watching? Is it just like a power trip if you're not doing anything but watching? I mean, that's clearly going to escalate. That's how those things.
It does feel like it's in the peeping Tom category of it doesn't just that's
Right.
not just like this is a funny thing I used to do. And,
Yeah.
And then I got into other stuff. It's like, it usually is the beginnings of bad. Also, the transgression of a person who doesn't know you're there.
Oh yeah. That's power.
You really kind of can't spin that in a positive way.
Absolutely not.
But I'll try. I think he was a Christian. He was praying over them.
Great job. You're
Thank
very
you.
The topic of this episode is generosity.
It's generosity.
You've got it in spades. What's that mug say? Oh,
it says 12-foot skeleton fan club. Brandy Posey of the podcast Lady to Lady gave this to me for my birthday this past year.
gorgeous.
It's a classic.
It's on video for the fan club. Okay.
For the fan club. You can buy it somewhere else.
All right. I'm not going to tell you. Well, who cares? Waking up to muddy footprints and a locked door.
Who cares?
You can't. It's not a spoiler.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Years ago, I woke up one morning to find a jumbled mess of large, dirty footprints on my kitchen floor. This was weird because I lived alone. And since I was young and had knees that still loved me, I scrubbed my kitchen floor every week. Been there.
Wow.
Also, the kitchen was where my front door was located. And weirdest of all, my front door was locked. Not just locked when I went to bed at night, but still locked when I found the footprints. So, as any reasonable human would do, I hid in my closet and then called my landlord to leave a casual message asking if he'd come in to do some very normal early morning maintenance. He called me back a minute later and just said in the most bewildered voice, "Are you kidding me?" The night before, some dickweasel had stolen a car, ditched it in our underground parking garage beneath a clearly residential building, and lit it on fire. I lived on the third floor on the opposite side of the building, which is pretty lucky for me since, here's like 2 sentences in all caps. I'd fully slept through a firefighter opening my door, coming inside, calling for me to evacuate, and then assuming the apartment was empty and leaving.
Oh my God.
That was all caps. They had thoughtfully relocked my door so no one would steal my shit, which is nice.
Yeah.
Everyone else had to evacuate and go hang out in a local church for a few hours while I just slept, blissfully unaware. No one was hurt, though several apartments had smoke damage and parts of a few people's cars had melted. What an ass. Like, that is such a good point that, like, you lit it on fire at night in a residential building where you just know people are sleeping.
You could have, killed 40 to 80 people, depending on the size of that building.
How the hell did you sleep through that, you may ask? Because I was about as far from the fire as I could get. Smoke never reached my apartment, so my alarms didn't go off. Also, I slept with my bedroom door closed and multiple white noise sources that were apparently very effective. Stay sexy and get some sleep, Brenda. I feel like the firefighter could have come in and seen if any bedroom doors were closed. Like, that's just one extra little step, but who knows?
Well, but it is pretty over the top to have the entire place on fire and no one is,
and
like,
a
you're
loud
there, but
person like yelling. Yeah.
And well, but also I don't know, how was that front door still locked? He came in a different way?
Maybe. Oh, I bet they had the landlord's keys and so relocked it. That's
okay.
Good, right?
That's hilarious.
I know.
Okay. Well, hi.
Well, hi. That
Well,
cat.
hi.
Well,
Yep.
hi.
Well, hi.
Look up the well, hi cat, everyone.
Love y'all. Love your show. Adore your pets. All the warm feelings. I grew up in a tiny cabin of a house in Ojai, California. My father inherited this home from his grandparents and promptly moved his family of 6 into a 1-bedroom home.
Oh,
He was a middle school teacher, and my mom stayed home with her 4 daughters. So despite the town's bougie reputation, we were quite poor. In 2004, I turned 16 and I badly wanted a car, so I started applying for jobs. I landed a job at the local coffee shop named Stir Crazy, due to my being an independent study and having a fully open schedule. The shop opened at 6 a.m., meaning the opener needed to be there at 5:30 a.m., so it was a highly undesirable shift. With my open schedule, it became the main shift that I worked. With no car and no public transportation running so early, and then it says in parentheses, AKA the trolley, look it up, it's cute. I had to start walking from my house at 5 in the morning to get to work on time. Looking back, this seems pretty unsafe, as does scheduling a teenager to work entirely by themselves for the first 2 to 3 hours of their shift. Is this legal? It feels like it should be illegal. The coffee shop had a large interior layout and a huge, awesome back patio. Because of this, there were regulars who would come around opening and sit at the shop for hours on end, enjoying the space and the Wi-Fi. We had a self-serve coffee station, so they would pay for their initial cup and then help themselves to all the free refills of drip coffee that they wanted to enjoy. One such regular was a man who never spoke a word to me. He would usually have the exact change for a drip coffee, set it on the counter in front of me, muster a sheepish half smile, and drop some change in the tip jar. If he didn't have exact change, he would grab the cup size of drip coffee he wanted, wave it in the air, and then hand me cash to change out for him. Most regulars tended to be semi-friendly, introduce themselves and chit-chat with me, so his behavior felt odd and it made me uneasy. Also, he never interacted with the other regulars in the shop, and he would sit quietly in a corner somewhere. There was something about his eyes that gave me the creeps. They were intense, bright blue, and I felt like they were digging into my thoughts. I dreaded interactions with him and would usually freeze up whenever I saw him walking up to the shop and would be in stunned silence until he left the counter. My mom volunteered with the Shakespeare Festival every year, and one day she casually mentioned that her acquaintance Ted from the festival mentioned that he was a regular of the shop I worked. I told her the name doesn't ring a bell. She half snorted and asked me if I really didn't recognize Buffalo Bill. It all clicked. Ted Levine, the actor who played Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs, was a regular at my coffee shop. He was in the show Monk at the time, so he had short hair and a full mustache, and he looked very different from the only thing I had seen him in that I would recognize him from. Those eyes that gave me the creeps at work were the same eyes that had traumatized me from a much too early age watching The Silence of the Lambs. My mom mentioned that he is shy and he does not like attention or being recognized. Him not speaking to me then made sense since he has such a unique voice. Despite his different appearance, I am sure his voice was a dead giveaway for who he was.
my God. This is blowing my mind.
It's the best. So from then on, I somewhat stopped being creeped out by him and would smile when he entered instead of freezing up. Those eyes never stopped feeling eerie, though.
Of course.
So if you're a small business owner and can only afford to have one employee on shift, maybe don't schedule teenagers to work early morning or late night shifts entirely by themselves. They may encounter people who make them feel unsafe, either for legitimate reasons or because of an amazing performance in a fantastic movie. SSDGM. And happy spoop season, Cassie.
Wow. Holy shit.
Isn't that also what I thought was really funny is my mom used to really like Monk. So it was one of the few TV shows that she would actually watch. Mm-hmm. And we watched it and like it took me 2 years to figure out that that's how I knew Ted Levine because he was the captain or detective or whatever on the show. That. And I was just like, God, this guy, I know this guy. And when I finally looked it up, I was like, holy shit. Cause he looks, it's like he was a young, like in his 20s and then he was a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, he's worked consistently since Silence of the Lambs, but he looks completely different.
It's the same thing for me with Mr. I Don't Want to Hurt Your Dog. When I see her, I totally forget it's her. What's her name?
I don't.
You should know this. You wouldn't.
Hold on. That's a tough one, but hold on.
She's in Grey's Anatomy, right?
Yeah.
Brooke Smith.
God damn it.
Brooke Smith played Catherine Martin. All right.
Sorry. What's happy spoop season mean?
Spook season?
Spoop. No, do you think it was a misspelling?
I think so, because I don't know what the fuck a spoop is.
Cassie, if that's an inside joke of something that we don't remember, please tell us. But
Spooky
Happy
Halloween? It's got to be spook.
Spoop.
What's spoop? What's a spoop?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew.
Well, expect t-shirts of it next year. All right. Shit that happens at fancy outdoor malls story. Hello, loves of my life. I sent this in before as a random topic, but now that you've specifically asked for this genre of story, I figured I'd send it again. No, this didn't happen at a, quote, fancy outdoor mall, but it was one of America's first strip malls, and it had a Starbucks, so I'm counting it.
Okay. Counts.
When I was 16, I worked as the fitting room girl at Marshall's in my hometown. I was
Nightmare. Any of those... My cousin Carol used to work at, I think, Ross Dress for Less as at the fitting rooms. She had stories of like the most insane shit happening.
Really?
Yes.
Send in those stories. Is this true? Send it in. I want to hear this shit.
Yeah.
I was a shy and polite teen. So when the strip mall's much older security man came up to me one evening to tell me my underage tits look great and were sure to increase sales, I was horrified, but not going to say anything about it to anyone.
Hold on. What's your comeback to that right now? If that was you.
Ew, go fuck yourself? Why?
No, I think that's the kind of thing where when someone does that to you, it's like, it almost just like shocks you into, you just stand there. So it's good to have a couple comebacks just waiting like, oh, hold it right there. I'm going to call the police on you. Right. That's another good one.
In reality, if I were her and as a teen, I would have, well, it's like, that's what I did. I worked at a little like market, like local market, my first job in the bakery. And the butcher shop was across the way from me. And it was like these older dudes. And they were like, come in our office real quick. And I go in and there's just like plastered all over the walls, like porn. Oh. And I was just like, and like walked out. I know. Like that's what.
Ew.
I know. 90s.
You know what?
90s.
But also, what?
I was 15. I was 15.
So what are you trying to do, sir? First of all, why do you need porn on the walls? Like, what's wrong?
Also, that's actionable now. And they thought it was funny. They laughed at my shock.
But I mean, after knowing that, like, I would never want to go to that meat department again. No. Like, you couldn't wash your hands enough.
Totally.
Like, what? Porn at the grocery store is...
Yeah. But no one knew. It was like in the private...
you mean like it was their
It was
private
in the
thing?
private, like, meat butcher shop office.
But I mean, they knew. It's like, so you both are into this? That's the weirdest thing in the world to me, that one guy didn't go, hey...
That's creepy.
Hey, dude, what's wrong?
I don't want to look at porn with you guys. This is creepy.
If you're a grown man and you feel the need to put porn on the wall...
Yeah.
You're crying for help.
Yeah. Ugh. Or to be fired.
Okay.
Anyways, I was horrified. I'm not going to say anything about it. That was until Heather, the Marshall's security guard, came to my rescue. Heather was maybe 5 feet tall and 100 pounds, curly blonde hair, and an absolute badass. She sprinted into the fitting room and said, I saw your face after that guy talked to you. What did he say? I told her, and with her help, wrote up a complaint to the mall's management and got him fired.
Yes.
So I never had to deal with his disturbing, quote, compliments again. A year or so later, I had been promoted from fitting room girl to customer service girl when Heather chased a shoplifter out into the parking lot to confront him and call the cops. Remember we talked about chasing shoplifters?
Yes, that's right.
Much to my horror, I watched from the front window as this tall, heavyset man punched her right in the head and she hit the ground.
Oof.
She was okay, but stopped working security at our store shortly after. And as far as I know, they never found the guy. I still can't believe that absolute twat punched a little lady over some last season Tommy Hilfiger. What a douche canoe. Heather was a tiny, fearsome, totally badass lady, and I will never forget how she went after that creepy old man for me and how she'd chase guys twice her size because she wasn't scared of shit. Anyway, Heather, if you happen to be a murderino, you left a lasting impression on me, and you are the reason that when creepy men ask me to smile, I show them all of my teeth like an angry dog. SSDGM K. I love it. Just like a compliment to this badass woman who like changed her a little.
Yeah, that's very cool. Although, I now understand what you mean meant by there's no reason to chase a shoplifter and then take that physical assault on behalf of the major corporation that you work for. That's insane.
And
also,
what they stole costs nothing to them.
Yes. And if you're 5 feet tall and you're a security guard, you should have some kind of a weapon on you. Like, that's not safe unless you
stick or something.
Yeah. Something.
Hardcore.
Oh my
I
God.
will never forget. I have a similar story of when I was 14 and like hanging out with the wrong crowd, like punk rockers. And there was this one older girl who was a punk with tattoos and shit. And we were all sitting in the room probably doing drugs. And her boyfriend was like a mohawk, hardcore leather wearing spike mohawk dude said something, sexist to her. And she fucking socked him in the face so hard. And I was such a timid little girl, And then years later, I looked her up and she's like a fucking MMA fighter now.
Oh, yeah.
I wrote her and I was like, I just want you to know she's like, I don't even remember that. And I was like, you changed my fucking idea of like what kind of a woman I can be. It was pretty rad.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah.
And then you all hit that bong together.
That's right.
Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
The right piece of furniture can completely change your room.
And your life. It's amazing what one good couch can do for morale.
And that's why there's Article.
Article makes it effortless to create a stylish, long-lasting home at an unbeatable price.
They take great care in curating their collection, focusing on pieces that stand the test of time. There's no filler. Every item is chosen for its craftsmanship, design, and lasting value.
And with Article's 30-day satisfaction guarantee, you can shop with confidence, knowing that if you're not completely in love with your new furniture, you can easily return it.
I recently needed to replace my old outdoor dining room table and chairs, so of course I went straight to Article. They have the Sarik outdoor dining set. I got it in khaki green. It's such a cute, like minty green. It looks so good in my backyard. I can't wait to have alfresco dinners all summer. We can carve pumpkins on it in fall. It's so beautiful. Article knocked it out of the park once again.
Article's offering our listeners $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
To claim, visit article.com/murder, and the discount will be automatically applied at checkout.
That's article.com/murder for $50 off your first purchase of $100 or more.
Goodbye. Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models, from hybrids to EVs and more.
Score on the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Kona, Tucson, Santa Fe, or Palisade, or the bold and tech-inspired Elantra.
And the most advanced and capable Sonata or Sonata Hybrid yet. Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 9.
But getting away with a great deal is just the beginning, because every new Hyundai is backed by America's Best Warranty.
Which means you can shop with confidence and drive with unrivaled peace of mind.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll truly love, but don't wait.
The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event won't be around for long.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com now for details.
Goodbye.
Here's my last one. I'm not going to read you the subject line, but this is how it starts. Hello! And then it says in parentheses, in the Mrs. Doubtfire voice.
Yay! Yay!
Longtime listener, first time writer. Here it goes. I was probably around 8 or 9, and I was in the passenger seat of my mom's 90-something Chevy Tahoe. We were running errands and needed to return some books to the library. I was thrilled to have the task of returning them through the drop-off box from the car window.
So fun.
I was one of the smallest in my class, so for me to reach the drop box, I had to basically hang my entire body out of the window. While I was being super cool and dropping the books in the return, the window started rolling up. I yelled, "Mom, stop, I'm not done." But as I yelled, I could see terror and a bit of panic in my mother's eyes. She started frantically hitting all the buttons on her driver's door while the window continued to roll up. I'm yelling frantically, Mom, stop." The window does not stop rolling up, and I'm questioning in my head, what did I do to deserve this? Is my mom trying to kill me? While my little body starts to feel the window begin to squish me, my mom is still going at it to every button in sight, and I'm still screaming, "Stop, stop, stop." My mom turns the car off completely. Yes.
Quick thinking.
We both take a moment and just stare at each other, letting the trauma sink in.
Oh my God.
But then my mother notices my knee exactly on the window button.
Yeah.
It was me. I was rolling up the window on myself as I was leaning out.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Stay sexy and window locks save lives, Alicia.
Holy shit. I immediately thought of like Cookie leaning her head out the window in the back, and she's like buckled in, but like, oh my God, I didn't even think about it. She could totally step on the fucking...
Oh, Frank's done that.
Oh, that's right.
Frank has the ability. It's crazy. And he's been like this since I got him. He can, like, if you're watching an amazing movie, that's exactly when Frank will step on the remote and change the channel. Like, he has this sense of perfect interference. Oh. And one of the first times he rode in my car, and this is when I had that Honda Fit.
Yeah.
We were going to the dog park and he had the front seat, and I'd rolled the windows down for both dogs, and he got up, put his head out the window, stepped on the window thing. Oh no, this is what he did. It was the opposite of what happened to Alicia. He got up, stepped on the window, and the window went down. So I didn't have it down all the way. Mm-hmm. He had his feet resting on the half closed window. He stepped on it. It rolled down more and he started falling out the window.
Oh my God.
And I had to catch him by the tail and yank him back in as the car was going like 30 miles an hour down the street.
Oh my God. That's terrifying.
It was so hilariously it was like a Rube Goldberg contraption of how did you just do that?
Yeah.
And and it happened super fast. So I just had to
good for your instincts. You their dogs and kids try to kill themselves constantly. It's your job to not let them.
Insanity.
This is my last one.
Okay.
It's called Vince's Hometown Adventures in Babysitting. And it's a little long, but it's not that bad. Okay. Hi. All it says. I was in college and a seasoned babysitter, so word of my kid watching skills landed me a summer job for a family that lived in the forest in Milford, Michigan, which is where this is from. Before my first day, I met the new family at their home to see if I would be a good fit. As I knocked on the door, I saw an odd bat-shaped lawn decoration placed in the grass. And when the dad answered the door, I immediately noticed the shirt he was wearing had a picture of a furry brown bat on it. I was then greeted by a 3-year-old, let's call her Maggie, and a smiley mom holding a baby. Adorable family, even though the mom was also wearing a shirt with bats on it. So I'm getting the house tour and noticed framed photos of someone's hand holding real bats. And in the playroom were normal toys, in addition to stuffed animals, blocks, etc. that, you guessed it, bats. We were finishing the tour upstairs in the spare bedroom where the dad pointed to a door in the back of the room and wanted me to, quote, never open that door. Mm-hmm. I smiled, said okay, and was hired for the summer. My first morning on the job, the mom said, Maggie, you should take Miss Sarah to the barn to see Mo today. And since she didn't elaborate, I didn't ask questions because I have Midwest manners. After breakfast, Maggie begged to see Mo. Trying to get intel from a 3-year-old was unsuccessful, so it was still a mystery when later that day I took the kids down the path deeper into the forest. We came to a small clearing where the barn stood, and as I rolled open the door, Maggie bolted inside and disappeared into the very dark barn. Struggling to get my eyes to adjust, I walked slowly towards where her little footsteps stopped. Then suddenly I saw a pair of beady eyes watching me. And the longest curled fingernails I have ever seen. I froze, panicked, then realized the face staring at me, all caps, was a fucking sloth. That's right. That's right. Not a bat, not a murderer, a goddamn 2-toed sloth.
Oh. Aw.
I spent the summer not asking questions, but I did discover why one should, quote, never open that door in the spare bedroom. The little girl eventually told me, because it's the attic and the bats will like your hair. As it turned out, Mo, short for molasses, because he's so slow, how cute is that, was a rescue sloth. But I only discovered this the following summer with a new family of kids in tow when I took them to an exotic creatures exhibit and my old pal Mo was there. And then it says, I know him. I know him. How cool was that?
I know that dude.
I know him. Hey, buddy. It was there that I learned that the bat people are world-renowned bat conservationists. They founded the Organization for Bat Conservation and have traveled the planet to educate wildlife conservationists about bats and endangerment. It doesn't mean you need bats in your fucking house, though. Like, great
It
for
also
you.
doesn't mean you need to wear your own merch. You know how I feel about that. It's like in your house, casually, constantly.
Hey, we have a guest coming over. Let's show them what we're all about.
Put your shirt on.
They have even made appearances on popular late night talk shows. Sweet Mo was eventually rehomed is now living his best life at the Detroit Zoo, where unsuspecting babysitters won't find him in dark places. I'm so proud of you both. Stay sexy and stay out of the attic, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. That was alarming, yet heartwarming and funny.
Yep.
And fun.
And bats.
It would, like, if you were in a dark barn, because sloths are kind of big.
Yeah.
So I would assume it was a dude with a bad haircut.
Or like an
and
extra
long
child
fingernails.
that they forgot to bring into the house.
Ooh, the child that only sleeps in the barn.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, you guys. Send us any fucking story you feel like at myfavoritemurder@gmail.
These emails are just getting better by the moment. Thank you all for pulling out these wonderful stories of child endangerment and sloths and bats. We love it.
If you think you can do better, send in your story. If you think you already did better, resend your story, because there's a lot of stories in there that we have to go through.
And if you don't think anything at all, then stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie? This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our producer is Hannah Kyle Crichton.
Associate producer, Alejandra Keck.
Engineer and mixer, Steven Ray Morris.
Researchers, Jay Elias and Haley Gray.
Send us your hometowns and your fucking hoorays at myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram and Facebook at myfavoritemurder and Twitter at myfavemurder.
And for more information about this podcast, our live shows, merch, or to join the fan cult, go to myfavoritemurder.com.
Rate, review, and subscribe.
The best time to think about home security is before you need it.
That's exactly why there's Simply Safe.
Traditional home security only alerts you after a break-in has already happened, and that's too late. Simply Safe is changing that.
Simply Safe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them so intruders never get to your house.
The system is customizable so you can build one that fits your home and your specific needs.
The 24/7 professional monitoring is effective and affordable and won't lock you into a long-term contract.
I think that's what's so scary for so many people is that long-term contract. And like, what if it turns out you don't like it or need it, but they don't have that because they know you'll like it and you'll know that you need it and feel so much safer when you have it. Like at this point in my life, I would never go without a security system on my house. I just feel safer with actually having Simply Safe around.
There's a whole staff at Simply Safe that's waiting to talk to you and help you out. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/MFM.
That's half off at simplysafe.com/MFM.
There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Goodbye.
Vacation planning should feel like a breeze, not a deep dive into countless travel sites searching for the best deal.
With Cheap Caribbean's Budget Beach Finder, you can search every destination and every date all in one search.
You'll save time and money with the Budget Beach Finder.
Say goodbye to endless scrolling and tab hopping and hello to Budget Beach Bliss at your fingertips.
Go to cheapcaribbean.com to try out the Budget Beach Finder and see just how stress-free vacation planning should be.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.